You guys. All right, so we'll just use our light weights. I'll cue you if you have a band or if you have a ball that you want to use. But we're gonna start on all fours just to get warm, get our shoulders awake, abs awake. So come onto that mat, bring your wrists right underneath of your shoulders, spread your fingertips out and kind of corkscrew those hands into the mat. Soft bend in your elbows. So those inside of your elbows should be facing one another. Pull your belly button in right here. Extend your right leg nice and long for me. Extend that left leg. You're going to give me full range. Lift up right here and then tap that mat. Don't touch that weight yet. Big lift and tap. So think about someone reaching your hand, trying to pull it away from you, and that toe pulls to that opposite side, that back wall, finding length right here. Lift and lower. Soft bend in that right wrist. If it's bothering you, you can always make a fist with that right wrist. You have 6 more here, and we hold at the top. 5 and lower, good. 4 and lower, final 3, pull that belly button in, 2 more to go. Hold at the top right here, tiny pulses up, palm still faces that midline. Think about that tiny tuck in your tailbone, so you're finding length in the back of that knee, pointing through your toe, squeezing that center booty. 10, 9 here, good. 8, really reach that arm, wake up that shoulder. You've got 6 and 5, belly pulls in, 4 more here, 3, 2, hold on, 1 for you, palm faces the floor, leave that leg isometric, start drawing tiny circles with that hand. Again, we're waking up that shoulder, belly button pulls in nice and tight, so no arch in that back, make sure you pull it in here. 3 to go, reverse that circle in 2, last one, reverse it. So you're giving me 8, 7, palm faces the floor, tiny controlled movement, still reaching that toe, final 4, 3, 2, on 1, grab that weight for the extra challenge. If you want it full range right here, you lift that arm up, tap it down. If it's too much, your leg is still lifted, it's not moving. If it's too much in your shoulders, drop that weight. You'll just do that regular hand lift. 4 more to go right here. 3, you have 1 change in a hold lift. 2, on 1, hold that arm up, bring that elbow in to meet that knee, full extension, reach nice and long. So elbow meets that knee, and then you reach, stare at that hand. Tap in, reach nice and long, tap it in, and then reach it out nice and long. Beautiful. These are still slow. Don't feel like you have to race through them. Final 4, 3 to go. Big reach. 2 more, and reach. Last one out. Hold for me right here. Palm faces that floor. Pull everything in. You're out of this in 10 seconds. Reach that shoulder. Pull that right shoulder away from your ear. Reach that toe nice and long. You've got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, set that weight down for me. You're gonna come to that left forearm, bring those knees down. We're just have 3 changes in those legs to wake them up, but make sure that that elbow is right underneath of your shoulder. Knees are at that nice angle. Keep your feet on that mat. You're lifting up and then you're coming back down. So it's almost like you're in that side plank, waking up your obliques, but we're really focusing also on your glutes and your thighs right here. Big squeeze and lower. Belly button pulls in right here. In 4, we're gonna start opening up that knee. It's just 3 changes on each side. Big squeeze right here. Wake up your obliques, squeeze your glutes at the top. Final 3 and lower, 2 and lower. Last one, now start opening up those knees at the top. We open and close. Open and close. So my hips are lifting, squeezing my glutes at that top. You've got 4 more right here. Big lift and lower. 3 and lower, 2 and lower. Last one, up, hold. You should feel that warmth in that left side. Open your feet, open your knees, excuse me. Keep your feet nice and tight together. Squeeze your glutes. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Come all the way back down. Meet me back in that all 4. We switch to that opposite side. You're almost through that activated warm-up. Weight is there for you in front of that right hand. Extend that left leg back, reach that right hand forward. We're gonna lift up to the top and then we tap everything down. Big lift and tap right here. So again, think about what your belly's doing. Everything's pulled in. That toe is pointing long and strong, reaching that right hand up and you tap it down. Shoulders should start to wake up. Left shoulder is probably warm right here. You have 6 and tap. Good. 5, tap. Final 4, and tap. Last 3 and tap. Good. 2 and tap. Last one, up, hold. Tiny pulses, arms and leg, palm still faces that midline. Pull your belly in, Think about that tiny tuck in your tailbone so that leg's not coming above hip height here. 6 to go. 5, good. 4 and 3. Last 2. Hold on 1. Palm faces down. Leave your leg isometric. Start drawing some circles with that hand. Tiny and controlled movement, but reaching that hand so long. 6 here. 5, good. 4. Belly stays in nice and tight. 3, 2. Go ahead, reverse that circle. 8 and 7. Good. 6 and 5. Option to grab that weight in 4. Last 3, 2. On 1, you grab that weight, you lift it up, tap your weight down, lift and tap. Leg is still static right here. You have 6 more. If it's too much, you drop that weight down. 5, shoulder should be really talking to you. 4 more right here. Good. Pull that shoulder out of your ear. Final 2. On that last one, hold it up. Palm faces the midline. Pull your knee into your elbow. Reach, extend. Pull in, reach, extend. So full body waking up right here. Abs, shoulders, glutes. When you pull that knee to your elbow, you round through that spine and then you reach, pull in, big reach. Good. Pull in, big reach right here. You have 3 more of these and we have that final 10-second hold. 2 more, really extending through on that last one. Hold that arm out as long as you can. Point through that toe. Tiny tuck in your tailbone. We need 8 more counts right here. Look to right at the edge of that mat. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, drop your weight. You're going to come right onto that right side. So bring that right forearm right under, elbow under your shoulder. Knees come together here. Pull your belly button in. You're going to press into that forearm. Lift your hips up. Come back down. Big squeeze here and then lower. Legs stay squeezing together. We're waking up right side oblique and waking up those glutes a little bit more. Big squeeze. You have 6 here and then we start to open those knees. You can bring that hand right onto your hips. If it feels better to reach it up, you can reach it nice and long. 3 to go. Squeeze, tap, squeeze. After this last one, start opening up those knees. We open up and we lower. Lift, squeeze and lower. Squeeze, pull your belly button here. Squeeze your glutes. 6 to go and we hold at the top and we made it through that nice active warm up today. 4, lower. 3 and lower. Good. 2 and lower. Last one, uphold. Squeeze those legs together. Squeeze your glutes, tuck them under. Belly button pulls in. Look to see where that hand is. It should be right over your shoulder. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, come all the way down. Meet me Indian style on that mat. We're gonna grab both weights and just make sure those arms are nice and warm. From here, pull your belly button in towards your spine. Really think about that nice support you have. Relax those shoulders. You're gonna reach your arms right in front of you. Palms face each other, tiny little lifts to start. Little pulses up here. Arms are long and strong. So from that side, think about not leaning forward, not leaning back. It's 10 lifts here. Good. 9 and 8. Final 7 and 6. Thinking about pulling your shoulder blades down that back. Good. 4 and 3. Last 2. Hold on 1 right here. Pull those elbows in right underneath of your wrist. Give me those little pulses up right here. Little presses. Press. Good. Press. For 10 and 9. You've got it. 8, 7, 6, and 5. Final 4. Good. 3. Last 2. Hold on 1 right here. Extend that out. I want 3 pulses up to the front. You bend those elbows. Punch that ceiling. 3, 2, 1. Reach it long. 3, 2, 1. Bend those elbows. Punch. 3, 2, 1. So it's slow and controlled. You lift up. 2, 3. Bend it in. Pulse up. 2, 3. So elbows are going to stay right underneath of those wrists the entire time that you're squeezing those weights with those 3 at the top. And then you reach it long. 3, 2, 1. 2 to go right here. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Reach it out. 2, 1. Last one right here. Up. 2, 3. Reach it out. Then hold. 2 and freeze right here. Open those arms out to the side. Palms face that ceiling. Pull in for 2. Press long. When you pull in for that high bicep curl, can you think about pulling your belly button in towards your spine? So biceps are now getting engaged right here. Elbows stay right underneath of those shoulders. Shoulders do not come into your ears. 6 here. Good. 5. We're turning this into a hammer in 4. Reach. 3. Reach. Final 2. And reach. Last one. Reach. Hold. Palms face me. Pull in. Press it out. Pull and press. Think about what you're doing here. You are squeezing. Every time you pull those arms in, you're pulling your belly button in toward your spine. 4 more right here, and we hold those arms out in 3. Good, final 2. Last one, hold those arms out, little pulses up right here. Shoulders should be tired, tiny presses. You're gonna start to walk those arms in. Keep pulsing nice and slow. Arms come back parallel right where you started in 3, 2, freeze on 1. Soft bend in your elbows. You're gonna open up for 2, squeeze that imaginary beach ball. So your arms aren't coming quite to 180 because you have that nice soft bend in your elbows, but I want you to keep those shoulders relaxed here. You should feel this right on the inside of that arm, bicep and shoulder. You open up, you squeeze that ball. 3 to go right here, and we hold it center. 2 more to go. Pull that belly button in. Don't let your chest rock. Last one, hold those weights together, bend, press. Bend, press, tiny bend and press. Top of your arm should be on fire. Keep those weights right below your chin. You've got it. 10, 9, 2 changes left, and you get a break in those arms. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now lift it up 1 inch, little up an inch and down an inch. Up an inch, down an inch. Up and down. You've got it. Up an inch and down an inch. 1, hold, left. You've got it. 10 and 9, last 8. And 7, nice and slow and controlled. Squeeze those weights together right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1, elbows wide. Hold, 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 relax your shoulders. Pull your belly in. Give me 10 counts right here. Squeeze those weights. 8, 7, good. 6, we've got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you rest. Set those weights right at the top of your mat for me. Come back into that all 4 position. We're getting ready to stand up here. Shoulders should be talking to you. Now bring those knees right underneath of your hips. Tuck your toes under for me and hover those knees. I want to wake up those quads right here. So your knees are about 2 inches above that mat. You're going to walk yourself out for 2, walk back in for 2, walk out for 2. There are no push-ups in this class today. I know your shoulders are talking to you right now, but I want you to fight through that movement. Walk your knees in, 2, out, 2. We are standing in less than 30 seconds, so hold on to this. 3 more of these, walk in and out. Good. 2 more right here. Out for 2. Last one, you're gonna hold that plank for me. Glue your legs together. We are gonna stand in 10 seconds. I want you to find that most perfect form here. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Squeeze your legs. You should be able to get so warm from a plank without even moving. Think about pulling your belly button in, squeeze your butt for me. In 5 seconds, you're gonna lift your hips. Spread those fingertips out wide. Final 3, good. Final 2, on 1, you lift those hips up towards that ceiling. Start to pedal out those knees. We're gonna give those arms a break, going into some of that leg work here. Pedal for 3, pedal for 2. On that last one, both heels press to that mat. And then you're gonna give me a soft bend in your knees. Walk your feet towards those hands towards your feet. Grab your opposite elbows just for a second for that nice little rock from side to side. Take some pressure out of your lower back. Come back through center, release those elbows, and you're gonna slowly roll yourself up to the top of that mat. And we are gonna go into some leg work here. What I want you to think about now is what we talked about before. If you have a wall, if you have a chair, anything that you want so you have that balance, you can hold on to that. So we have some options here. If you have a band, you're gonna take that band and you're gonna bring it above your knees. You don't have to have it. I'm gonna put one there in case you guys have a band that you're following along with. Band comes above your knees. Options here for a ball or for a weight or no prop at all. Your right hand is gonna come to whatever you have, wall, door, counter, chair. Weight comes into that left hand. You are gonna bring it behind that left knee. So your knees are parallel with one another, soft bend in that right knee. Hands can come to your hips to start. Find that balance when you need to. You're gonna open up into that clamshell and then come back down. Belly is pulled in right here, and I want you standing. The only reason you're gonna come into a hinge is if you're feeling any lower back discomfort here. If not, I want you stacked. So you lift up and you lower down. So from the front here, what you need to think about is soft bend in both feet. Feet started parallel, you open into your clamshell and you close. Find that nice pulled in foundation here. Belly pulls in and you're reaching that leg up. I'm making you fight for that foundation, that tiny little waist right here. You can have those hands on your hips or you can grab that wall. Now that front knee, that left knee does not come in front of that right leg. Option to get rid of that weight when you need to. You're in a standing clamshell right here. Standing leg is gonna be on fire, that's okay. This outside leg moving, I need you to think about outside top corner of your butt squeezing at that top. You have 3 more and you're gonna hold it nice and high for me. Keep that foot flexed. On that last one, hold it up. 1-inch pulses up right here. Belly is pulled in. Again, if you need to find your hinge, find that hinge. If you can stay stacked, you stay stacked. You are squeezing. I know that right leg is tired. Can you fight for some burn in that top left corner, outer thigh of that butt cheek? You have 6 more here. Good. 5, 4, final 3, last 2. You hold it up on 1. Now kick your seat. If you have a weight or a ball, you're squeezing that ball. Kick your heel in, squeeze it. Wake up that hamstring right here. Soft bend in your right leg. I know it's on fire. Hold here for 3. For 2, on 1, put it together. You lift up an inch, kick in an inch. Lift and kick. Good. Lift and kick. You have 3 changes left so you know where you are. So think about soft bend in that right leg. Left leg lifts up an inch, then you squeeze that weight. Lift up an inch, squeeze. Keep that right knee bent right here as you hold on to that. Hold at the top for me in 3. Good. 2. On 1, hold at the top. Start pulsing that right leg down an inch. Here's where that right thigh is on fire. You're gonna feel that nice burn in your glute. I want you pulsing down an inch, driving that knee down, heel stays at the bottom. We're gonna combo those moves together. You're gonna give me a pulse and a lift. Pulse and lift. Good. Down an inch, up an inch. Down an inch, up an inch. You have a hold left. You should be burning right here. Pulse down an inch, up an inch. If you have a weight, if you have a ball behind that knee, you have to squeeze it. Keep your hamstring engaged right here. As you pulse down an inch, squeeze up an inch. Down an inch and squeeze. You've got it. 8 and squeeze. Final 7. Big lift. 6 and that hold. Final 5. Squeeze. 4. Squeeze. 3 and squeeze. Last 2. And squeeze. Last one. Do not let that leg drop. Squeeze your weight. Squeeze that thigh. If you can, you're going to lift up onto the ball of that right leg and you're going to freeze for 10 seconds. Can you bend that right knee 1 inch further? Perfect. Belly's in nice and tight. Shoulders relaxed. Hold 5. Hold 4. You've got it. 3, 2, 1, and you rest. Come all the way down. Shake those legs out for me. We're turning right around to stay even on those little legs. So you're gonna bring that opposite arm to that bar. So this time you'll have that left hand on the bar. Feet are parallel to start. Pull your belly button in right here. You're gonna bend that right knee, stick that weight behind that leg. I'm like, just make sure you switch. I can't remember which one I was lifting. Just make sure you switch that out for me. Flex your foot, yeah, so right leg this time. Bring your knees parallel, flex your foot, pull your belly button in, give me that soft bend in your knee. Now we're gonna open up for 2, lower. Big squeeze at the top. I know that that opposite leg is gonna be tired from that foundation of standing there for you, but really think, can I get my outer thigh, that nice little corner of my booty, nice and warm right here. Nice round out of that glute muscle. So big squeeze at the top, squeeze and you lower. Belly is pulled in, shoulders stay relaxed. You're not leaning back, you're not leaning forward. You can find a small hinge if you need, but it's a slow open in that clamshell. Hips still stay square here. So don't feel any obligation here to try to get as wide as you can. Think to yourself, where is that squeeze coming from? You have 6 to go, big lift, nice. 5 right here, 4 to go. You drop that weight or that ball if you need to. 3, beautiful, final 2. Now hold up at the top for me, tiny pulses up an inch right here. Think about where the squeeze is coming from, just like if you were laying on the floor. Top corner of your butt and that outer thigh is what's squeezing you up an inch as you try to find that height here. Soft bend in that standing leg still. Perfect. 6 here, belly is pulled in. Think every time you pulse up, you pull your belly button in. 3, good. 2, hold on 1 for me. Now start kicking your heel to your seat. Kick your heel to your seat. You are squeezing. So if there's a weight or a ball behind that leg, all you're doing is kicking it in. You don't even need a ball or anything. Keep squeezing. Squeeze. Wake up that hammy right here. Keep that leg lifted nice and high, even with those hips square. So if you're down here, can you give me 1 inch higher? Kick it in for 6, 5, good, 4, and 3. We add it together here in 2, last 1. You pulse up an inch, in an inch, up an inch, in an inch, up and in. If you haven't tried for that balance, you're welcome to bring your hands to your hips. Think up an inch, squeeze in. Standing leg is on fire. It should be. Don't worry if it's burning. It's just a trick, I know. Keep a bend in that knee. You go up an inch, in an inch. You have 6 and squeeze. 5, squeeze. Good. 4 and squeeze. Final 3 and squeeze. 2 and squeeze. Last one up and you hold. Pulse that standing leg down an inch. Drive that knee down. Think about firing up that thigh. Find that length. Keep pulsing right here. We add those 2 things together in 6. Keep your heel down. 5, 4 more. Good. 3 more. Final 2. On 1, hold for me. So you're going to pulse down, lift, squeeze. Pulse down, lift, squeeze. 2 movements. You don't do them at the same time. You pulse down an inch. You lift up an inch. Pulse down, lift, and squeeze. You only have a hold left. You can do this. Pulse down, lift, squeeze. Belly button pulls in. Shoulders stay relaxed for you. You've got it. 6, lift. 5, squeeze. 4, squeeze. Good. 3, and squeeze. Final 2, and squeeze. Last 1, and you hold for me. If you have a weight or a ball, you are squeezing it for all that you have. Bend that left knee down. If you can, you lift up onto the ball of that foot. Heel is nice and high. Give me this solid 10 seconds. Belly pulls in. You can do this. Lift that leg right here. 5, 4, don't miss it. 3, 2, 1, and you rest. Take that weight out. Yes, slip that band off. If you have that band, slip that off for me right here. Before we move on to those sides, grab that left ankle. Tiny tuck of your tailbone here. Just feel that stretch down that hip flexor, down that thigh. Hold there for 3. Heels right to your seat for 2. On 1, drop that down, grab that opposite ankle. We're staying standing. I've got 2 more nice little thigh things for you. The reason you need your balance is we're gonna hold 1 weight overhead as that extra challenge. Tuck that tailbone, feel that stretch for 3, for 2, drop that leg down on 1. No props to start for those legs. I just need you to grab one of your weights here for me. So we're staying next to that surface for your balance. Bring that right hand overhead for me. Your heels are gonna come together, toes are apart, so that narrow V that you're used to. From here, you have either that left hand on your hip or on that surface to help you for balance. I really want you to find that surface today so you can get even lower. You're gonna lift onto the balls of your feet, no calf raises to start. Heels come together, now sink down for me. Heels nice and high. Glutes are tucked under here. Give me a slight tuck of that tailbone. Relax your shoulders. I know that that shoulder is gonna get tired. You're in an isometric hold to start. Belly pulls in. Now you're gonna pulse down an inch and think to yourself right here, you're coming up an inch, down an inch, but you are driving your tailbone down. So don't think about a bounce. Every time you pulse down, this is slow and controlled. Squeeze your heels together as tight as you can for me. I'm gonna let this come down a little bit lower. I know you know what that arm looks like now. So your heels, you have that balance so you can come down an inch and up an inch. Fight for your heel height here. Your calves should be getting nice and warm. Belly is turned on. So every time you pulse down, you squeeze your belly in. You squeeze those heels, slight tuck of that tailbone. No Beyonce's here. Tuck it under, and you just pulse down an inch, up an inch. Get nice and warm. You don't really need to do much to get warm here. You should be shaky. Legs are tired. Elbow, soft bend. You're reaching that hand right overhead. You've got 10 pulses left. 9. Hold on to it. 8 and 7. Good. 6 and 5. 4. Final 3. Last 2. You hold on 1. Now start tucking your tailbone under. Tuck, squeeze, release. Tuck, squeeze, release. Here's where your heels want to start coming down. I need you to fight. You are going to shake. Shoulder gets tired. When you need a rest, hand comes to your hip, but you're going to fight to keep it up there nice and high. Your tuck under is slow. Tuck, squeeze, scoop that belly. Tuck, squeeze, scoop that belly. Belly button comes to that forehead. Stay low. Can you sink any lower? You have that balance to help you here. Squeeze your heels, tuck your tailbone. Squeeze and tuck. Let's add that together now. So you're going to come down an inch, tuck. Come down an inch, then tuck. Down an inch and tuck. Beautiful. Down and tuck. Perfect. Focus on your legs if you need to. If not, you're in an isometric hold, and I know that it's me. Down an inch, tuck under. Good. 6 and tuck. You've got it. 5 and tuck. 3 changes left for me. Down an inch, tuck under, good. Down an inch and tuck, 4 to go. Down and tuck. If you ditch that weight, here's where you grab that weight. You're in an isometric hold in your legs. Reach that arm out to the side for me. Soft bend in your elbow. Wrist is even with that shoulder. You pull in for that high bicep right where you started class on the floor with your arms. Reach and pull. You're in an isometric hold in your legs. They should be on fire. Can you sink any lower? Yes. Can you pull your belly button in right here? 8 to go and a hold in that arm. 7 and reach. 6 and reach. You've got it. 5. Keep on pulling in. 4. Reach. 3. Think about your belly. Pull it in. Release. 2, release. Last one, you hold it out. Little pulses out 1 inch, little press. And press, you squeeze that weight. All you have is a hold, but find it here. Sink down lower, legs on fire. 8 and 7, good. 6 and 5, heels high, sink it down, squeeze that butt. 4, 3, 2, here's where you finish. Weight comes up overhead, grab it with both hands. Sink down 2 inches lower, tuck your tailbone under, relax your shoulders and give me 10 seconds. Heels high, you should be on fire. Fight for me, 5 seconds, you're out in moments. 3, 2, 1, rest. Come all the way down. Weight comes into that other hand, you're switching around, flipping to that other side, tiny change. If you haven't been using that balance, here's where you're gonna need it because your legs are coming together. My girls who have a ball, you can stick that ball between those thighs. If you don't have a ball, your legs are coming together. Here's why you need that balance. You start with calf raises, hand comes up overhead, same amount of changes. You're gonna lift those heels, lower those heels, lift and lower. Think about trying to keep your ankles together here. All the way up, lower down. Pull your belly button in for me. We lift and lower, lift and lower. So you're squeezing your glutes, squeezing those inner thighs. We just hit outer thighs. We're coming for those inner thighs and those booties again. Shoulders, same amount of love this side. Soft bend in your elbow. You lift up and you come down. Your heels get to touch that floor. You have 8 more here and you meet me at the top. Here's where you have that balance if you need it because we're going to go down low. You've got 6 and lower. Final 5. Bellies in. You've got it. 4. Squeeze that weight. 3. Last 2. Meet me at the top on 1. Hold there. Now bend your knees. Sink your seat down towards your heels. I need your heels to stay high. This is why we have that balance. Start to squeeze your inner thighs together. Squeeze. Squeeze. I can't see it if you don't have a ball, but you can feel it. You squeeze those inner thighs as tight as you can. You squeeze and squeeze. Now your goal is to sink that butt 1 inch lower than you want. Get those heels up 1 inch higher and keep squeezing. Just like when you were pressing down before, every time you squeeze, pull your belly button in. 8 here, good. 7, 6, keep squeezing those thighs. 5 and we speed it up. 4 more here, good. 3, final 2. On 1, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Can you sink down 1 inch lower here? It's 10, in, 9, in, 8, keep going, 7 and 6, keep fighting, 5 and 4, final 3 and 2. You hold that squeeze on 1. Can you lift your heels up an inch here? Lift your heels up. All you're doing is squeezing those thighs together. When I say lift your heels up an inch, all you're doing is lifting those heels. Lift. Lift, good. Lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze. That arm is still overhead. It should feel good. What I want you thinking about here is belly pulled in. Lift those heels, then squeeze those thighs. You lift those heels and squeeze it in. You're going to start sneaking up. I need you to get down nice and low. You have a hold after this. We head to your arms. You can do this. Think about lifting your heels, squeezing those thighs. Lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze. 8, 7, fight for it. 6, you have this. 5 and a hold. 4 and 3, final 2. Freeze for me right where you are. Can you squeeze those legs any tighter? Can you sink down 1 inch lower? Bring that arm out nice and wide for me. Here's where you might be able to let go of that balance. If you can't, hold on to whatever you have. Pull in, reach long. Pull in and reach. Belly button is pulled in. Your core is helping you right through this. Reach that arm, then pull it in. Heels are high. They're going to sneak down. Don't let them. Fight for that inner thigh burn right here. 6 to go, and you reach that arm out nice and long. 5. Heels are fighting. Belly is pulled in. Shoulders are relaxed. 3, and reach. Good. 2, and reach. Last one out. Hold for me right here. Bend and press. Bend, press. 10 in your final hold. Legs get a break. So fight for them here. Let them shake. Squeeze them together. If your heels are bothering you, lower your heels and find that plie position. 6, 5, good, 4 and 3, last 2, final 10 seconds, arms up overhead. Squeeze those inner thighs for me. Get down 2 inches lower, find that tuck, lift your heels, and let everything shake. You can do this, fight 5 seconds, get there, squeeze, 4, 3, 2, and do rest. Drop that weight down. Nice work. Take that right arm across your chest for me, press it into that left. Let's relax those shoulders for a second. Roll out that wrist for me. Perfect. Switch to that opposite side. Bring that left arm across, press into it. We've got a little bit of arms, then we come down for some abs. Your legs get a break right here. Take that left elbow, place your hand right behind that back. I'm always rocking and wiggling around. Switch that opposite arm, grab that elbow. We're gonna come into some bicep work here and that back work. We're gonna start with our back, so grab both of your weights for me. We have 3 changes, that's it in your back, and then we will move on to finish out those biceps. So go ahead from here, feet come right underneath of you. I want you to bend your knees, really find that nice big hinge here. So you're not standing upright, you're gonna hinge forward, reach those weights down, soft bend in your elbows. We did something similar on the floor when we were in your shoulders. Soft bend here. I want you to open up for 2, lower for 2. So that nice wide fly. I love working on these. No traps, no necks right here. Think about everything coming right between your shoulder blades as you squeeze back and you lower. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Now your belly is pulled in right here. You're looking right to the edge of your mat for me. Good. Big squeeze. Nice, Amy. 2 more to go right here. We hold up at the top. Hold right here. Now give me 1 inch pulse. Squeeze. Squeeze. Think about that foundation. You've been squeezing your belly all morning. So really keep that belly pulled in. 8 here. Good. 7. 6 and a hold. 5. 4. Keep fighting. 3. Final 2. You hold on 1. Hold for 5. Squeeze your shoulders. 4. 3. 2, release those weights down. Stand up nice and tall. Bring both weights into your right hand if you can. If you're just holding on to 1 weight, that's fine. Now come back over to that hinge. Bend your knees for me. Bring your elbow up nice and high. 2 changes in your tricep. Take your left hand, place it onto your quad. Press into your quad to stay square. Give me those tricep kickbacks right here with 2 weights in your hand, so it's gonna feel a little bit heavier. Take your time. There's no reason to rush. You are fighting to keep that shoulder out of your ear. Big squeeze, and you pull it in. There's 6 to go and a hold. That's it. You can do this. Big squeeze and lower. You ditch that weight if you're feeling sore or you're losing that form. 3 and in. Final 2 and in. Last one out. Hold. Palm faces that ceiling. Give me 10 seconds. Pull that shoulder away. Final 8, 7, 6, and you switch sides for me in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Switch that with those weights. Now find your hinge again. Just like in that back work. Reach that elbow up nice and high. You kick that arm back, pull it in. Your right hand can press into your quad to help you stay square right here. As you kick that elbow back and you pull it in. Watch your shoulder. Keep that out of your ear. You have 6 to go and that hold. You're right there. 5. Arms should be starting to feel warm. 4. Pull it in. 3. And in. Nice job. 2 more. Now hold that arm out for me. Palm faces the ceiling. I need you reaching that arm. Squeeze that tricep. Shoulder out of your ear. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come all the way down. Bring 1 weight into each hand for me. We go right into some low biceps. So I want your palms to face me. Full extension. You pull up and lower. Lift, lower, lift and lower. Palms are gonna face me. You do not need that hammer curl right now. We've got those light weights in each hand. I want you to walk your elbows up in an inch so they're not on your ribs, right off of them. Good. Reach, pull, reach and pull. It's 10, in, 9, in, good. 8, pull, 7, just 1 hold left. We head to that mat for abs. 6, in, good. 5, reach. 4 and reach. Final 3, in, the last 2, in, the last 1. Lift both arms up for me in that nice parallel position and just hold. You probably feel a little bit fresh right here. Pull your shoulders down, soft bend your elbows. Can you squeeze those weights for me? All you have left is this hold. We come down to those mats. We get those abs nice and warm. Start to walk those arms apart. Here's the final 5 seconds for me. Can you flip your pinkies up towards that ceiling? Relax your shoulders. You're in that V for me. So you're not back here, you're right in that couple inches forward. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and you rest. Beautiful. Set those weights down to the side. We head down to that mat. And I want you, this is your really only plank of the day other than those bear crawls. There's no push-ups. You're just in that plank to get warm as we get down there. Reach your hands up overhead. Dive your hands down to your mat. And then walk yourself out into that plank for me. Spread your fingertips out nice and wide and pull those legs together. Regular plank here. So your belly button pulls in, fingertips are spread out nice and wide right here, and you're breathing. Can you find those shapes in this regular plank? Press into the balls of your feet. Shoulders pull away, glutes squeeze under, hips do not fall. You look to the edge of that mat and you breathe. You're gonna come to your backs after this, so you're gonna breathe through this and you're gonna fight for that little warmth that you're building. Final 20 seconds, you're just holding, there's no movement. You come to your back next, so you're gonna fight right on through this. Less than 15 seconds, are you breathing? Are you squeezing your inner thighs? They should be talking to you from earlier. Hold on to it. Final 5, 4, find that child's pose in 3, 2, 1, open those knees, press your seat back to that heels for me, reach forward as much as you can. Active child pose right here. Hold here for 3, hold here for 2, nice. And then on 1, you're gonna come up, bring your feet through center for me, and we go into that ab work. From here, drive those heels into your mat for me. The further your feet are away, the easier it's gonna be. I want you to walk them in just a little, grab behind your thighs. Girls with the ball, if you wanna put it behind that lower back, you can. Now I want you to start sinking down right here. You're gonna make that C curve with your belly, so that giant C. Pull your shoulders away, sink down low. If this doesn't feel good for you, you'll go into your regular crunch. There's 3 changes here just so you know what we're doing. Now reach those hands in front of you. Come down an inch for me and up an inch. Think about rolling your tailbone under as you come down an inch. It's not a big movement here. Drive your heels into that mat to help you, and then you come down an inch, up an inch. I'm tucking my tailbone under, pulling my belly button into that lower part of that mat and relaxing my shoulders. 6 here. Remember, only 3 changes and you're out of this position. You've got 4 more. Don't come down too far. Don't come up too far. Find that nice little sweet shaky spot. 2 more right here. Last one, you hold for me. If you can come down 1 more inch, you find it. Take that left hand, bring it behind that right thigh. Your right arm reaches out to that side like you're reaching for me. Perfect. Now sink down an inch, up an inch. Now can you pull that arm in and reach? Pull in and reach. You should feel this so good in that right leg. Pull down and you reach up and down right here. Find that imaginary rope. Let that arm get tired. You're holding on to that right quad right here. So you have that big twist in that spine. You have 8 here. Good. 7. Final 6. Keep reaching. 5. Sink down low. Find that twist when you reach. Final 3. And reach. Last 2 right here. On that last one, you come back up through center. Sit up for a second right here. Take that right arm. It comes over that left leg. You twist to that left side. Now sink down for me. Find that sweet spot. Up an inch, pull that rope in. Up an inch, pull in. So it's almost, you can punch and pull if you want to, but I find if I grab that imaginary rope, I get even deeper into that oblique because you are twisting as you come down here. Good. Twist, reach. Twist, reach. I know I'm on the opposite side, so you have to trust that I feel that burn and I'm doing it with you. Drive those heels into the mat. 6 here. You have this. 5, we come back through center. 4 more. Hold on to it. Tuck your tailbone. 3. Keep breathing. 2. Last one. We reach both arms forward. Feet come flat on your mat. You're going to lower all the way down to that floor. Bring your right knee in, left knee in. Find that nice little stretch for a second. Tiny rock from side to side right here. Bring your feet into that nice tabletop position. Flex your feet for me. Hands come behind your head. Big inhale. Exhale, lift all the way up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Can you press your knees 1 inch further away from you? If it's too much in your hip flexors, then you can pull them back in, but your knees can't go past your hips. I want your lower abs and your upper abs talking to you. Good, protect that neck, interlace those fingertips. You have 3 more, and we hold at the top in 2.
Last one, uphold. Now bring that right elbow to your left knee, extend your right leg. You come back through center. You give me one crunch in the center, then you twist to that opposite side. Slow, deconstructed bicycle. I know you don't love me right now. Reach, come back through center. You give me one crunch, and then you lower that left leg. One crunch in the center, and then give me a bicycle. Nice and slow. If you're going slower, that's fine. Don't go faster and beat me. From here, hold at the top. You are just going to twist, hold center, twist, hold center. So you got rid of that crunch in the middle. You should feel nice and warm in that belly. Reach, hold center, reach, hold center. You have 10 left. Hold on to it. I'm going to give you a tiny break. Twist that elbow past that knee. Stop in the center. Find that other side. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First rest. Knees come into your chest. Tiny rock from side to side. Those should feel good. Bring your feet flat on the mat. We're going to stay in those obliques. Reach your right hand up to the ceiling for me. Left hand comes behind your head. I want you to lift that left knee, right arm, and then you come back through center. Big lift, squeeze, and lower. Think about reaching past that knee. Point through your toe. You lower, then you lift. Inhale, exhale, slow it down for me. Find your breath. Empty out that tank. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Left hand helps that head find some protection on your neck. We lower down, lift and squeeze. 6 here, and we switch sides. 5, lift, good. 4, reach. Final 3, and lift. You got it. 2, and lift. Last 1, all the way up, lower down, hold. Right hand behind your head, left hand lifts. In 3, 2, big inhale, exhale, reach, tap, reach, and tap. Now, can you keep both shoulder blades off of the mat at the top? Yes, you're twisting, but I want you to find height here. Inhale, exhale, come up 1 inch higher. You have 6 and lower. 5, and we're gonna alternate. 4, keep fighting for that lift and that twist. In 3, final 2. Last 1, you alternate. You bring right hand up, lower down. Left hand, lower, right, lower. If it's too much to lift your hands, you can lift your armpit towards that knee, rolling through center. You come all the way down every time. You have 10. Last 9, lower. 8, keep it even here. 7, fight for it. 6, reach. 5, all the way down. Final 4 to break, lower. 3, and you lower. Last 2, and you lower. Last 1, lower down. Right back to your center crunches here. Feet are flat. Big lift and lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. You are less than 5 minutes till you're out of this class. I need you to fight for your abs right here. It's a center crunch, basic movement. Elbows are wide. We're gonna go into a tiny change right here. Can you drive your heels down, lift your toes up? You bring those elbows wide. Now tap knees to elbows, come all the way back down. Knees come into your elbows and you lower down. Big lift and squeeze, and you lower. Lift and squeeze, and you lower. You are out of this in less than 20 seconds. No hollow body hold. These full reverse crunches to finish before you get that rest and we come on to our belly. So I need you to keep fighting here. Drive your heels into that mat. Let yourself get tired. Final 10 seconds right here. Keep it slow. Don't worry about how many you get in. Elbows come in narrow, elbows come in wide for 5, 4, 3, 2, and you rest. Knees come into your chest. Abs should be warm right here. Find that nice little rock from side to side for me. Bring that right knee in, left leg goes long. It's a stretch. Don't get nervous. We're not going into bicycles. Pull that right knee in. Now take that right knee into your left hand. Extend that right hand long. So right knee is in left hand. Open up. Find that nice final twist. Look to that right hand. Hold there for 3. Hold there for 2. On 1, you come back through center. Release that right knee. Left knee comes in. Big pull here. Take that knee into your right hand. Left arm goes long. Pull that knee over your chest. Take a little peek at that left hand. You're getting ready to finish class right here. We've got 3 changes in that plank. Come back through center. Knees come into your chest. Still no push-ups. Don't get nervous. Rock yourself to that seated position. Feet are going to flip right behind you.
From here, walk yourself into your forearm plank. You have 3 changes coming your way. So I want you to start by opening your feet up. Find that perfect flank. Plank, plank. Pull your elbows towards your toes and hold here. Spread your fingertips out. I don't want you clenching those hands together. I want you to hold that plank right here. You're going to tap right knee, extend, tap left knee, extend. You tap right and left here. Stay slow. Right and left. Think lower abs. Tap, lift, tap, lift. Full extension. Squeeze your glutes at that top for me. 10, lift, 9, lift, 8. This first round is slow. You have 2 rounds and you're done with class. 5, lift, 4, lift, 3, lift, 2, lift, 1, lift, hold. Option to stay here or drop to your knees. You're reaching your right arm forward and your left arm forward. If you can stay in your plank, you're in that plank. You reach left arm, you reach right arm. If you need to come to your knees, I am fine with it. But I need your hips to stay square here. You're coming into that final change in less than 10 seconds. You only have 2 rounds to make it through. You get a break in between rounds. 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, walk back up to your hands for me. You're gonna walk your feet out, out, in, or you're gonna jump out and in for that last change. You can walk here if you need to. I know your shoulders are tired. Fight for it. You get a break in 15 seconds and you only have 1 more round. The last round is faster. Shoulders, lower abs, lots of leg work right here. Finish here in 5. You take a break in 4, 3, 2. Everyone finds a child's pose. So this final round, you know what you have. Your knee taps are going to get a little bit faster. You have those shoulder reaches. You're going to find that nice work there. Then you're going to walk up for your plank jacks or your toe taps. You get 5 more seconds in that nice little rest. Roll out your wrist here. Find that nice breath. Find your intention. We're up in that forearm plank. Set yourself up. Forearms come out. Walk your right foot back, left foot back. Start tapping your knees. Tap, 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 tap. Tap them out. Butts don't lift. You tap, 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 tap. Elbows are still pulling towards your toes. Squeeze your glutes. You got this. Nice strong necks right here. 10, tap, 9, tap, go 8. Tap, 7, tap. I have the squeakiest mat today. 5, tap, 4, tap, 3, tap, 2, tap, 1, tap, hold. Shoulder taps, open your feet if you need to. Right reaches, left reaches. Tap right in front of your mat if you want to. Reach and reach. This is it. Fire up those shoulders. Last little bit of work right here. 5 seconds left. You walk up to your hands in 4, in 3, 2, jack it out for me. I know we're about a minute over. I want you either jumping or walking those feet out. It's 20 seconds and you are in your downward dog. You can do this. You either walk out, in, butts don't lift. Find that nice strong form. Out and out, in and in for 10, 9, 8, keep fighting. 7, do not give up right here. Do not end this class on a break. You can do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift into your downward dog. Press your heels towards that mat. Ears are between those elbows. Bend your right knee. Press through your left. Bend that left. Press through your right. Start to pedal out those feet for 3. For 2. On 1, bend both knees. You walk your hands to your feet, feet to your hands. I want you to hang there nice and heavy. Soft bend in your knees. Place your hands right in front of those feet. Hold there for 3. For 2, big inhale, exhale, start to roll yourself all the way up to the top for me. Reach those hands up overhead. Find that soft back bend, and then give yourself that great big bow. I took you over, so I didn't stretch you, so now you guys have to stretch on your own. But hopefully nice and warm all over. How are you feeling, Ames?
I'm dead.